Hi students, nice to meet you again. So we are now coming to our session number 3, which will talk about the role of brand equity in brand management. So we'll focus now, I've mentioned in my several sessions before, the past 2 sessions about brand equity. So now we'll try to understand more what is the role actually of brand equity in brand management. Yeah. So there are many models of brand equity, but for our purpose, we will use consumer-based brand equity, or shortened into CBBE. This is a model coined by Kevin Lane Keller, yeah, which his book is called Strategic Branding. Yeah. So what is the foundation of consumer-based brand equity? Well, the first word is consumer. So you know that this brand equity model is based on the consumer. So in order to create this, in order to run or to perform this brand equity model, first of all, the marketeers must understand how the consumer feels about the brand. What does the brand gives meaning to the consumer? What is the experience of the brand to the consumer? How does the consumer relate to the brand? How does the consumer sees this brand compared to other competitive brands? What is his knowledge, his experience, the image that he wants to convey to people, to other people when he uses this brand? So in order to run or to perform the CBBE, the consumer-based brand equity, the marketeer must really understand how the consumer feels, his attitude, his thinking, his behavior towards the brand. Okay? So first of all, the sources of brand equity, like we mentioned before. Remember when we talk about brand asset, yeah, and brand strength and brand value, we talk about brand awareness. This is very important. That's why many marketeers spend a lot of money to create brand awareness. Brand awareness is achieved through 2 main pathways. The first one is called brand recognition. When you recognize the brand because of the brand name, right? Of the logo, of the color, of the packaging. So this is very important. And this is achieved through many exposure, for instance, through advertising. Brand recall means that all of these brand elements, the brand name, the logo, etc., is already implemented. It's already here in the head of the consumer. So for instance, if I ask you guys, okay, give me a name of a mineral water brand, I think everybody will tell me Aqua, right? Because this is already not just brand recognition, but also brand recall. So the company has to achieve this, basically through many communication, promotion, mainly through advertising, because many exposure is required in order to achieve brand awareness. Okay, the second element is brand image. Brand image is more of an intangible aspect, where the consumer actually feels and feel about the brand. Yeah, how he feels, how he thinks about the brand. What association does the consumer have with a brand? For instance, maybe I have an association of comfort when I'm using something, or taste, something that tastes good, something that gives me a good image. So what is the association? So when you talk about image, you talk about association. How does the consumer associate a brand with some feeling, some thinking, perception, attitude, behavior? Again, this is built through many communication, promotion efforts, like advertising, public relations. Yeah? So these are the main sources of brand equity. So a brand is actually like a person. I mean, when you love a brand, it's like when you love a person. So basically, a consumer will ask first, when they first encounter a brand, they will say, who are you? Like for instance, if I encounter you as a student, I will ask, who are you? Oh, I'm a student. What are you? What kind of student are you? Oh, I'm a very diligent student. Or I'm a lazy student. Or I'm a good product. I'm a not so good product, right? So how should I feel about you? I mean, if you're a good student, a diligent student, I probably feel very positive about you, right? But if I'm a lazy student, I probably won't feel very positive about you, right? So therefore, my relationship with you will be different as well. Just like a brand. If I feel the brand is good for me, it fulfills all my needs, or like you're a student, you're a good student, then I feel I have a good relation with you. Maybe I will help you more, to achieve your goals. The same thing with a brand. Yeah. So these are about feelings. Yeah. It comes to that towards the end because you're talking about relationship. Okay. So brand steps in brand building. Okay, what do you need to understand before you build a brand? First of all, you have to understand, like I said, the association. How does the brand feels the needs and wants of the consumer? And then you have to make brand meaning, basically through the intangible effort, through the feelings, through the perception, through the image. And then you have to create consumer response. Do I want to feel good about you, or do I want to feel bad about you? Do I want to use you all the time? Do I want to know more about you? Whatever. Yeah. So based on this, my relationship will be very positive. Like my relationship, which I described before, with a very diligent student. Yeah. Maybe I will give more time for him or her to learn because this is a diligent student. Likewise, in a brand, I will always buy this brand because it always gives me a positive feelings about the brand. Yeah. So okay. Okay, these are just Keller's pyramid about brand equity, which I will explain. Yeah. First of all, there's a brand salience. Brand salience meaning actually brand awareness. How do I recognize the brand through the symbol? Brand performance, again, a tangible effort. How does the brand perform according to my liking, according to my needs? Imagery is more to intangible. How does it make me feel? What association do I have with the brand? Do I feel good? Do I feel that I'm a powerful person? When I use the brand, I'm different than other people. Brand judgment is how I judge the brand. Is it always fulfilling my needs or not? Brand resonance, more to brand emotional aspect I have with the brand. A brand relationship, a love relationship with the brand. So in building brand equity, you have to go through all this pyramid. The intangible asset, like the knowledge of the awareness, etc., etc. And then it comes to the very, very end, brand resonance, when you feel there is a good relationship, there is a love relationship between you and your brand, yeah, or between the consumer and your brand. Basically, this is the basic step, what you need to establish before you decide to do a plan, which is a strategic branding plan for your brand to build brand equity. Thank you so much for being with me today. Once again, do your homework, read your study guides, do your discussion, and hope to see you again next time.